sir, for your considerations. I consider it a great honor to invite our chief guest, Professor Dr. Raza-ur-Rehman, Dean, Faculty of Health and Medical Science, Hamdard University, for his distinguished views.
I'd like to thank Dr. Luo Dapeng and Sara Salman Zuberi for their address and for addressing the children and for the encouragement that we will get from WHO in future as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think it's very important to thank the people from WHO because this is a great encouragement for our students. And it's, I assure you that it's not only the speeches that you have heard, but I have seen the artwork done by the young, kids that is remarkable and that is showing a lot of, creativity and concept which are being expressed in those. And I request that if it may be shared with all of us, so we will definitely going to understand beyond that. One thing which is very encouraging that all of the participants, they basically talk about not only the health, but one component of the health, that is mental health. I'm being sarcastic. I'm always working about this, but I never heard on this much loud sound in any forum as I have heard over here. And I request to all the participants, just spread it. And it's one of the important things that we need to understand. And this is a commitment of Hamdard University that even in the time of Ramadan, and today is a holiday, but all of us are here, Madam Sadia is here, and this is just because of the commitment that we have to this celebrate this day. And just Dr. Sadia was sharing with me that once this day was on the day of Eid al-Azha, and even though that day Hakim Said basically celebrate that, do not postpone it, do not do it to the other day. That showed the commitment of this organization, this institute to this. And this is not only this, Hakim Said basically have the vision, because all of us are talking about, sustainable development goals for Agenda 2030. But it is a 30-year back when Hakim Said basically having all those things which are incorporated in this agenda. And that example is that he built a university in area that was at that time when it was considered built, it was a jungle. And he built a hospital in that area and the health to those people. And that shows then commitment of Hakim Mohammed Said to this. And basically from the beginning, if you see the work, and I remember from my childhood that I used to be, the two magazines who used to come at my home, one was Bachon Ki Duniya and one was Nonehal. And Nonehal, still I remember that we learned a lot and we got a lot of aspiration from that. We used to send articles, used to send pictures, and my pictures, my things have been published. And that is a great achievement. Still I remember after 40 years, that things have been published. So that is a great thing. And I hope that in future, this commitment of Hamdard University, the commitment, the lesson, the pathway that have been, guided us by the Dr. Hakim Mohammed Said, we will follow that. And in future, we are going to, be more committed to this. And I'm thankful to all the participants. And I'm very thankful to the Hamdard Foundation that they have given me this opportunity that I have heard and such talented speakers. And especially I will talk about the last speaker, and I want him to make, this is a time of TikTok. So just make his picture and spread that message on TikTok. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. On the suggestion of our chief guest, we are showing you a glimpse of the entries from students of Hamdard Public School and Hamdard Village School who participated in the poster competition 2024.
I think just look at the theme of behind these pictures. And if you see that it's in creativity and particularly that age group that have made, it is a marvelous work done by this young, our artists. and you see that the theme, my health, my how they are, depicting this theme of this mental health day on this in these pictures.
The world as a community requires a multifaceted approach to mitigate the long-term impacts on youth's well-being and health. I am honored to have the presence of the administrator from Hamdard Public School, Karachi, Dr. Khalid Naseem. I invite him to offer vote of thanks.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and the Merciful. This is the 4th year in succession we are having this virtual conference using the Zoom communication platform. The enthusiasm shown by the local and foreign youth delegates to participate in this conference is really commendable. Today's proceedings started with the recitation of verses from Al-Quran by a student of Hamdard Village School. This was followed by the opening address of Mrs. Sadia Rashid, the president of Hamdard Foundation Pakistan. I would like to thank her for her thought-provoking speech. In other words, causing us to think seriously about issues relating to the topic. Thereafter, the Pakistani and foreign youth delegates impressed us with their speeches on this year's topic, My Health, My Right. Barring a few Pakistani youth delegates who were specifically asked to speak in the national language Urdu, the others spoke in English. The Pakistan delegates were from Karachi, Lahore, Peshawar, Quetta, and Hasilpur. The foreign delegates were from the United States of America, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, and Australia. A big bundle of thanks to all of them for participating and ignoring the clock time during this auspicious month of Ramadan. After the speeches, we heard the guest of honor, Dr. Sara Salman Zuberi, head of World Health Organization's sub-office in Sindh. She was followed by the president of the conference, Dr. Luo, and then by Dr. Raza-ur-Rehman, the chief guest. Their meaningful information on this year's topic, My Health, My Right, helped to expand our understanding of the subject. At the back end, we have a sizable number of people to thank, especially the heads of Hamdard's zonal offices at Rawalpindi, Lahore, and Peshawar, who were instrumental in arranging the youth delegates from there. Thanks also are due to Sayyid Muhammad Arsalan and his team from Hamdard Foundation Pakistan, Mrs. Maria Akbar, the senior headmistress of Hamdard Public School, and her academic staff, Mrs. Faria Raza, the headmistress of primary section, and her team, Mrs. Nabila Maheen, the headmistress of middle section, and her team, Mr. Saloom Jatoi, the headmaster of Hamdard Village School, and his team. Furthermore, it would not be out of place to mention two names, Dr. Sana Ghori, head of events, program, and publications at Hamdard Foundation Pakistan, and Mrs. Hafsa Rizwan, deputy administrator at Hamdard Public and Village Schools. These two coordinated excellently with the different sections and people involved. Their hard work resulted in this nicely arranged conference. Before ending, my sincere gratitude and thanks go to the respected president of the conference, Dr. Luo Dapeng, the chief guest who joined us from Islamabad. Then we had Professor Dr. Raza-ur-Rehman and Dr. Sara Salman. So I would like to thank them along, and also the president of Hamdard Foundation, Ms. Sadia Rashid, for their presence and speeches. Thanks also go to the chief executive officer of Hamdard Laboratories, Pakistan, Mrs. Fatma Munir Ahmed, and the vice president of Hamdard Foundation, Dr. Maha Munir Ahmed, and for their continuous guidance and support in arranging this online conference. At the end, we were shown glimpses of the artwork on this year's topic done by the students. So I would like to thank all the students for the nice work done. Finally, prior to handing over the microphone to the moderator of today's event, Ms. Sehrish Ashar, a talented young student of Hamdard Public School, Karachi, I would like to thank her for conducting this online conference so well. In the end, on behalf of Hamdard Foundation and Hamdard Public School, I wish you all Eid Mubarak in advance. Thank you. Over now to Sarish.
Thank you so much, Dr. Khalid Naseem, for your kind words. In compliance with the tradition of Hamdard, we end our program with Dua Said. Please rise for Dua Said.